Right, corn.
Hello and welcome everyone. Don't praise corn, it's not good for your blood. And welcome back to the Dumbass class with me, the Dyslexic Gamer, and of course the boys as usual. I didn't actually check. Good, no, everything is off. I didn't have a voice mod as I came in. Welcome back everyone as I look at other screens and not you trying to, oh, what is going on? Right, you need to go away because I'm an idiot. I didn't get rid of that.
Damn it, this, you broke it.
I break many things. That's the one I want. That's the one I want. Okay. And welcome back, everyone. So, in our last episode, our group had done some investigating into a particular Skolam they took upon their own backs. They found some dodgy stuff there, and they caused some problems. They then went back to their hideout and decided that in the next day or so, they'll go down to the Wild Wardens in the Underhive. So they travelled down. They found out the story behind the Wild Wardens' boss, Alucard, and what had happened to him and his men. And after learning what happened 15 years ago, they headed back up again to their club. With only a couple of days left until they had to be back on the ship, they headed back up. The last couple of episodes have been more about gaining information, gaining knowledge, but they have also come up against brick walls. Areas where their access would not give them access. But after docking on the Emperor's Profiteer and being led to essentially a cargo hold. Was it a cargo hold or was it a space dock? No, it was a cargo hold.
Cargo hold.
Cargo Bay, I think.
You get taken down and placed in a large area with a lot of people you don't recognize, and a few that you do. They seem to be staying in their separate groups as you make your way over, perhaps having a word with Jenny and a word with Mantorus and Jonas. You see the other groups, most of them not interacting. However, two of them are bickering. Two of them are talking, a member of the Ecclesiarchy and a member of the Adeptus Mechanicus. You are left there for some time. About 15-20 minutes passes. Before, as no one wants to do anything, it seems. Oh, sure.
Can I get a... yeah, I end up missing, like, towards the end of the last session. Can I get a description of some of these people? Like, I know that's a tech priest, that's a priest.
I actually want to do an awareness check for exactly that. Or do we just get it?
Sure. You can do an awareness check and see what things you can notice about these individuals.
No, I cannot.
I'm going to try that as well. Can I also do a Sunnisance test while I'm at it?
Jesus Christ.
I also want to do that. That is indeed a good idea.
I'm going to actually...
Waldo, can you start placing yourself on the map? And
Am I not on the map?
Well, I don't see your token. Because it does make a difference, and you do need to move your token around more. I have noticed that you don't move your token around as much as the others. You do need to start doing that, or I will put in negatives for you hearing people and talking to people.
Yeah, no.
So right now, I think there's a -20 to your Sinisians.
Oh
maybe -30. I can't quite remember.
You put yourself right beside Jonas.
I thought my token was already on the map. Doesn't matter. It's fine.
I even put names on them. I even put names on them.
I know.
Thank God I rerolled. I got a 1 with my reroll. It's probably useless, but still, screw it. I got a 1. It's been a while.
Okay.
I'm too busy waving at the new people and saying hi.
So, Darius, with your 1, and we'll go with your 1. So, and we're going off of your weight. This is your... It's difficult. This probably should have been done with Fellowship. Awareness Fellowship. If you could have done it.
Better on my end.
Okay. So, because you've got an actual 1, I'll let it slide for... Because essentially you're trying to look at these people and get a grasp of them. If you're not going to go and talk to them, then it's all visual. So, at the moment, you can tell that Flame, and you don't know their names, I'm just using their names because it makes it easier. Flame stands in the exact same way as Tyrannus, the Ronan dude.
Okay.
And is there another one? No. So those two stand in the exact same way that you and Ezio stand. They are clearly former guardsmen.
Okay.
Marius, this dude down here, he reminds you of the Arbite that you guys took out, only he's not in Arbite's armor. I don't think he's in... Let me check his character sheet. I don't think he's in Arbite's armor. He's not right now, but he does have a book slinging from his waist. The Book of Law.
Oh,
like Imperial. He's an Imperial Arbite.
Marius. I'm just taking down those names at the moment. Sure,
yeah, no worries. I mean, these are other acolytes like yourself. So you will be dealing with them from time to time when you need them. Apparently, one of them's just called Adeptus. Who's called Adeptus? Because you have... Huh. Did I not give you a name on your character sheet? I'm guessing it's...
Adeptus?
Adeptus Administratum Sage. Let me see what your... Oh. Okay. I don't know why, but you have a name. So, hang on. I need to put her name in now. Castellina.
Ah. Yeah.
Wait, Castellina? I thought it was Castella.
Castella. Acapella.
Remember, guys, severely dyslexic, and names are the bane of every dyslexic's life. So what was that?
Sorry.
Castellina. Okay, so Castellina, or Castella, or whatever the fuck it was. She holds herself like very pale skin, very long fingers, skinny fingers. Have still a bit of stain on them, which her fingertips are discolored slightly, and she has a number of data slates hanging at her waist. She appears to be an Adeptus Administratum personnel. Although what she's so some of these character sheets I haven't filled out properly because making this number of player characters is kind of boring.
Yeah.
And then there is Festus, who you can clearly tell is a Ministorum preacher. Venier, the Adeptus Mechanicus, or Venria.
We've seen 3 of those already, so it's fine.
Then there is Dariel. Dariel, okay. Yeah. He's kind of at the back of the group, like being very shadowy. As you look at him, you get the feeling he might be an assassin or like a rogue of some kind. Just how he's trying to stick to the shadows, out of the way, nondescript. And then the last person is apparently talking to themselves. That was perfect timing for the.
I forgot about that. Apparently, shift enter, or sorry, left shift, right shift, and enter will now trigger the doom thing on my thing. So I'm just gonna mute my sound bites.
The last one, which I believe I called Nutella, or Nutella.
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 Nutella. I'm gonna name her Nutella now.
Oh no.
That guy looks like he's called Fetus anyway, so it's
she's
fine.
actually talking to herself. She's actually like talking to herself slightly, like she's got one hand up against her face and like kind of whispering, shaking ever so slightly.
Okay, I'm putting her down as a twist.
And then of course you've got Jonas and the ones you know.
Yeah, Jonas.
Jesus, Jonas, can you stop being so you, please?
As soon as I see the people, I'm gonna go first say hi to Jenny. Then I'm gonna do a wide berth. Not go anywhere near Jonas. They had to Sarah's. And while I'm with Sarah's, I'm gonna ask her if she knows the other people. Then I'm gonna go give a wide berth again and go back to my group. Afterwards, I think I'm gonna go say hi to everybody, but for now I'm just waiting. Actually, you know what? No, fuck it. I'm gonna go say hi to everybody individually.
Can I move a little bit closer and try? Can I move a little bit closer and try and catch what they're bickering about? These two.
Do you really want to?
Partially. At least get an idea.
Very well, very well. So you have the Adeptus Mechanicus, who is currently preaching about the Omnisire being the one true great master within our realm, and then you have the Ministorum preaching that the God Emperor is, of course, the one light in humanity's life. It is an age-old problem when these two groups meet.
I'll try to approach them, so if they don't look at me, I'm just gonna say hi.
No.
Keep moving.
No. I'm not voice acting all of these individuals in one sitting. You get long enough to for Darius to look around and to you can all do the once round, and then you all congregate back in your little collective, your circle of friends and comrades, and you can share information. This is where the 15 minutes. Otherwise, I have to do voices for them all and bring out their individual. No.
If I can,
do we all notice that Duella is talking to themselves?
Darius points it out to you because he did the role and got an actual.
More or less, I point out, I think that the twist is talking to herself.
Even if I don't get to do this, Lilian will basically go say, "Hi, I'm Liliana. What's your name?" Shake your hand. Go to the next person.
As I finish listening over here, I'm just going to make my way back over to the other group, but I will give a nod to these three.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, everyone's in, so I need to. Okay. So about 15 minutes, 20 minutes go past as you try to be friendly with the people around you. Most of them are not too interested. You do see that one group is more battered than the other, as in they have more wounds, missing limbs in some cases. But I'm not going to tell you which one yet. As you pass off the information, to your comrades, the doors open and 4 individuals walk in. 2 lead the group, 2 follow, and there is another, a servitor that servo skull that follows, accompanying them. as you see these individuals, you'll notice that the two at the front, who are the two clearest on sight, not wearing...
the black box?
Yeah, they're in the black box. I'm going to describe them before coming forth. They are not dressed in war gear. They are dressed in black robes with the stylized eye of the Inquisition upon the backs and on the fronts. The man who comes forwards has black hair with a white streak that runs down the middle, or off center slightly. He has a bionic eye, and he walks with a strict military background, much like Darius and Ezio would have seen an officer walking on the parade grounds. The woman who walks beside him is quite beautiful. She has long blonde hair. She has a prayer book attached to one hip and a small censer attached to her wrist. There's a slight, very slight pink scar that runs across her brow onto her cheek and across her nose. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else I was meant to say about these two individuals. Oh yes, they both have a glowing appearance. Like their skin is somewhat glowing, like radiant almost, as well as the individual behind him. Behind her. There is an old man with grey hair. He looks old, and yet his skin is much like theirs, glowing. And there is a very odd tech priest who follows in the rear. He's quite short for a human. He's quite short, but he seems to have a mechanical harness that's strapped around him that gives him more appendages. From what you can make out, it looks as if he has 6 mechadendrites, but you're not sure what mechadendrites they are. Can't remember if there was anything else descript about him. So essentially this guy looks, and I came up with this before seeing the photo, the character art drawn online, which I was going to take. He looks like a tech priest VV from Final Fantasy 9. You know, except from that, instead of the long wizard's hat, he now has a tech priest's robe on, and lots of mechanical shininess.
Wait, really?
And they are brought forth. I couldn't find. I didn't find the art when I couldn't find a coloured one of the one that I saw. But search Tech Priest VV, and you'll see the one that I found after I'd uploaded this one.
As in the V for Victor or B for
V.
Bobby?
V for victory. VV. VIVI.
Oh. Okay.
Just one minor thing. The toe is spelled with 2 L's. Minor thing.
I believe I took this from that campaign.
Wait,
Oh well,
hold on,
it's
let me check
spelt wrong on this one, which carries along with my dumbass class theme. Me and writing and reading, not the best of friends. Yeah, I do a lot of it on YouTube. Sad really. So, as the party stops in front of you, can the 4 players... Yeah, there is 4 of you. Can you please roll me intelligence?
Just flat intelligence?
Yep. Well, actually, I should give you a +10, so I'll add on a +10.
I rolled a 24. So
I actually
Okay,
did it.
so
yes,
Mordecai,
that should be a target 50.
so Mordecai and Liliana, at the very least,
Sorry, we're rolling intelligence?
intelligence +10. Ezio doesn't recognize him. He didn't take enough notice when the pick screen was on, when the announcements were being made. However, 3 of you do recognize him. He is the old man who was sat next to the Lord Commander in the announcement videos when he was recorded with the planetary governess.
I actually got a bonus to that, because I think that's the only other time I got a natural 1 on awareness. Noticing the guy on the...
Oh yeah, you did, because you saw the Inquisitorial eye. Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Also, just so I know, did your hair go back to being dark? Because I thought you were fully grey before.
No. I've just got a grey streak, a white streak that runs through because of a certain person. The stress.
Sorry. I'm going to
stress.
but I gave you. But I'm happy.
Yes, in the old man at the back here. He was in the recordings on Planet. But the male steps forwards. I would like to welcome you all. This is an auspicious day. I'm Inquisitor Magnus Bloodstone the 15th. And you all here have completed your trial. You can count yourselves as Inquisitorial acolytes from this day on. Your actions will serve the God Emperor and the Imperium of Man. I will spend the next couple of days reviewing the reports that I have been given by you all and the reports that I am awaiting from our last party. I'll take on board any suggestions for party recompositions, and I look forwards to seeing your actions in the field on our next assignment. But for now, you will take some time to gather yourselves and finish up any business. He looks at your party when he says that, as we will be leaving this planet. We'll be staying in this sub, but we have work elsewhere. I'll inform you now that I am not liked within the Inquisition. There are very few Inquisitors who would speak up for me if one of my acolytes failed. I am on a penitence mission at this moment in time. Therefore, your lives as acolytes will be that more difficult. But have faith in the God Emperor and in me, as I have in him. I protect the Imperium of Man from enemies beyond and within. Our main mission, the Ordo that you are joining, is the Ordo Mecadendum. We seek out lost and Xenos technology. We try to learn its strengths, its weaknesses, to see if it can be brought into the Imperium and benefit us, or the best ways to destroy it. As a sign of this work, and a little sign of our Ordo, the Ordo's Grand Master, we have been putting this technology to use. Tech Priest Mantorus, would you like to show off our Grand Master's workings? As the group kind of look round towards the other Tech Priest, perhaps you too look round in a... what now? She looks a bit put aback by everyone just staring at her, but, you know, there's a little, like, jerk of her head, and she brings out a control pad. Something that no one noticed before. It does not look like any pad you've ever seen before. Its colors are tanned and sand-like.
Understood, Inquisitor. Are you sure we should... Very well.
She hits a few buttons, she hits the screen, and something that was invisible to the party becomes visible. There is a round saucer, again in tanned yellows, orangey colours, that has a large ocular lens at the front of it. It seems to have a dugout inside the middle, where you can see a servo skull is placed.
What?
For those of you who gathered from the colour of the device, this is a Tau stealth drone, surveillance drone, that has the top hollowed out and is being controlled by a servo skull. Imperial technology at its finest.
Right, the AI, put in the servo skull.
This
I love it.
is our Grand Master's latest creation that he requested would get field tested. Your Inquisitor.
There's only one?
Yes, there's only one. Your Inquisitor does not look particularly stirred on by the abomination that is hovering. So I can't have the map like full screen because then you can't read people's names. The servo skull Tau drone is in the corner of the room, kind of just recording you all. But Sarah brings it closer. And no, sadly, I don't have an art piece for it. I should have done, really.
Aww.
I mean, I can get a stealth drone in Photoshop and skull into it.
It should be done. It should be done. As you can see, and for the Adeptus Mechanicus members, we walk the boundaries between heretical. I myself believe in imperial. We do not need to understand the Xenos weapons for their strengths, we only need to find their weaknesses. But I do see the point in us learning about them. Fortunately, as does our Ordo Master. But all of you in this room will take these secrets to your grave, or until the enemy pluck them from your minds. This is knowledge, and these are experiments that could cause a schism within the Adeptus Mechanicus. And you will all come to terms with that, as well as the other knowledge I am about to provide you all. I understand that some of you have been requesting access to forbidden lore. He looks at you, Mordecai.
Shit.
And he looks at a couple of others within the other groups. The Adeptus Mechanicus, the Adeptus Administratum go. You should be made aware that information is dangerous. It is corruptible. It can lead you to damnations. And the fact that no one who requested access to this forbidden lore had their companions back them up on their request worries me. If you need to look into things that are dangerous, you should have your comrades by your side. I will beat that into every last one of you in this room. Because 3 of us here know what happens when you are betrayed. And we have had to taste that bitter taste too many times already. So from now on, the teamwork side of your groups will be enhanced. You'll work together even if it is on secretive projects. I will provide all of you here and now information that is forbidden. Only enough for you to understand what you are up against. Should you wish to delve deeper, you may request it of me, and I will personally find out why you wish to garner this knowledge. And if your reasoning is sound, I will let you access it. But for now, welcome my acolytes. You will all be given your official signia. And we shall be celebrating not only the joining of you to my party, but also, and Magnus reaches out, stretches out his arm to Latilla, the woman stood next to him. This is a proud moment for me. My first Inquisitor has spent long enough at my side. My first interrogator has spent long enough at my side as I drag her career down. It's time for her to make her own way in the Inquisition. Latilla, you will be taking the Emperor's Profiteer to the planet of Ultramar, and there, in the Inquisitorial headquarters, you'll be inducted into the Inquisition properly, unlike I was. Hopefully this means your censure will be over a lot before mine is. Jim, if you want to say anything on Latilla's behalf, you may, but I'm not going to voice act her. I refuse.
Sorry. I did get this in advance, but I didn't think it was going to happen right now, so I'm just gonna give a nod. Thank you, Magnus. As always, it's a pleasure sitting alongside you. I hope to continue doing so once I become a full-fledged Inquisitor.
I'm sure you'll do the Ardos proud. I will gift you, Ted, as your first acolyte. I wish I could give you more, but as you are well aware, I have little to give anymore. When you are at Ultramar, you'll meet Gregorius. He will be co-signing your rise, as well as our other friend. As for you, old man, he turns round his shoulder. You'll continue your watch on this planet. We'll return in a few months, I suppose, and I'll get a report from you. But the Lord Commander says he has enjoyed your company, so I will not take you from his side. The old man says little, as I cannot do his accent either. Just nods, kind of swaying a little bit. He may be drunk, you're not quite sure.
I just have one small question to ask. Am I still carrying my big book of Xenos?
Maybe it wasn't a prayer book at your side.
No, it's my autopsy book slash the Xenos book we had.
So, it's at this time when Magnus, with probably the help of Latilla, will basically explain the demons. There are demons in the warp entities, creatures with intelligence. He will explain to you the truth of the Xenos, but only in enough for you to know of it. The veil has been taken off. You have the information now, what you would have, which you will require to be able to put two and two together. This has not twisted you. You have not actually bought the lore and gone into it full dive. So whilst you may feel uncomfortable for a couple of days, it will not affect you in that particular way. This takes a good half an hour or so. It hits people differently. Some are quite blasé about it. The Ministorum guy seems quite taken aback that, hang on, wait, demons are real? They're not just in the... But it goes on for some time.
Oh. Can I put two and two together that these are the Xenos I saw in the book?
Yes.
Okay. I am concerned.
Does this mean I get demonology now?
Don't make me throw the book at you.
Not from this brief outline, no. But it does allow you, so like now if Darius wanted to get demonology, he has a reason to, because he's been told there are demons.
Yeah.
But Magnus would also warn you all, unlike some Inquisitors, of the perils of learning about it, of the perils of touching shit, of the perils of... At the same time, he would tell you that we do need to collect all of this. You can't just burn stuff. Sometimes destroying something is even worse than locking it away. And basically, lastly, for my acolytes here, you will not be leaving with Interrogator Latilla. And you will not be leaving aboard this fine vessel. Unfortunately, as my last gift, Latilla and her entourage will be taking the Emperor's Profiteer to Ultramar. The rest of us will be taking... he brings out a data slate and scrolls through it.
Do we ever need more called other?
He turns around to his servo skull. Felicia Lowstick. The servo skull removes a low stick from a distribution part on itself, takes it over to Magnus, puts it in his mouth, gets a little lighter out, lights it for him. As it goes off, you're not sure, but you're pretty sure. As it went back to take up its original position, you think it said heretic, but you're not quite sure.
Oh God! Don't tell me you're still using that.
We will be carrying on our adventures on the Lustful Maiden, a lovely little name for a ship. I believe the master is a Shoto. What is his name? No, his name is a Lutwick Unsworth Turbine. Turbine? He shows his data slate to Latilla, who reads the name and is like, huh? Shrugs her shoulders. Anyway, we'll be making our way to the agri world of this sub. Apparently the powers that be, the planetary governor, has had some concerns come up, and he has put it on the docket for an Inquisitor to come and relieve him of his worries and woes. You can tell that the way that Magnus says this, it seems as if he's been doing errands and jobs like this for some time now.
Okay. They stuck in all the menial shit, more or less.
Yes. So, in the Inquisition, there's a thing called the Inquisitorial Circuit. This is basically where a planetary governor thinks there's a cult, a sector governor thinks that there may be a chaos invasion because they've heard sounds coming from the warp. The myriad of nonsensical rumors, myths, and problems that the Inquisition have to send someone out to check on. It. That's what Magnus has been doing for quite some time now.
So these are generally the backwater worlds that don't realize that, oh yeah, calling the Inquisition can sometimes be a bad thing.
Yeah, well, so every planetary governor knows that there's a list of things that when they turn up, let the Inquisition know. Just look, you may want to look into this, because they know that if the Inquisition turns up and finds out about this, you're in more shit because you didn't tell them. Whereas if you go, look, I saw this, I don't know what it's about, but if you want to come in, normally it's to do with occult stuff. Normally it's to do with occult stuff. But it can be literally like a province, what are they called? Someone in charge of a province of a world keeps hearing a weird humanoid howling every month. A weird humanoid howling. So he reports it to the higher ups, and it goes all the way up, and the planetary governor looks at it and goes, well, that could be a cult thing. And the poor Inquisitor or someone within the Inquisition gets sent, and they find out that no, this is like a harvest moon ritual, or it's a new moon ritual where some backwater tribes people who live in the woods howl at the new moon because that's the emperor's power rising in the night, or some nonsense.
Okay.
It's not I like it, Jim, I like it. It's not always actually occult stuff. sometimes it is just literally they know no better, so they investigate. They send to the Inquisition. And after that, I believe there is another issue in this sub. But we'll come to that one when we come to it. The Emperor's Profiteer will be leaving in 3 days. We will be leaving in 4. If you have any questions, you'll find me in the Rogue Traders. Believe it or not, the Rogue Traders cargo hangar bay. I have my own personal gun cutter there. Any business we are to talk about, or that you wish to talk to me, request of me, will be done there. The captain of this ship seems trustworthy enough, but he is also eager to help, and that could cause some issues. We'll have to see. But for now, please treat him and his crew well. You do not have to hide everything that you do, but do not give away too much. And he definitely looks at the 2 tech priests and the administratum woman. You're all dismissed. Please spend your time aboard this ship wisely. He turns around and you see that most of them leave. The tech priest remains.
TT 420.
Hey man, those TTs need to do some 420 in their lives.
Greetings all. I am Tractor Charnellus of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Numbered 420. Please refer to me as TT 420 for expediency. The Inquisitor has put me in charge of all technical needs within his warband. However, some of you do have your own Adeptus Mechanicus personnel.
He actually waves at them, at the other two tech priests. And you notice that down his chest, like where you would wear a tux and you'd have a front piece, he actually has a number of tiny servo arms, and they move with each side of his body. So as he raises his left hand up to wave at Mantorus, 3 tiny little servo arms come out and wave at the same time.
I will be providing you all with new comm beads. These all have our comms in them. They cannot be hacked, except by particularly skilled individuals like myself. These should serve you far better than the ones that you have had to make do with so far. For any technical needs that cannot be served by your functioning tech priest, please come to me. I am more than happy to assist you. By the Omnisire I serve, and in his name I keep his blessed functions operational.
He makes the sign of the Adeptus Mechanicus. This is not the hands put together by the chest. This is the hand in the air with the cog passing underneath, like what they do in Mechanicus, praising the Omnisire in his hole. He then goes round and essentially gives each squad leader a group or a number of... or would he? No, he's a cheerful, weird kind of guy. He'd probably go around to each of you and give you a new microbead. and a blessing of the Omnisire over it. You can now add master quality microbeads, and you can add on next to it Inquisitorial or Inquisition.
Hold up. We all got best quality microbeads from the Inquisition.
These are Inquisitorial microbeads. So you'll notice these are much smaller. They go into your ear, and they have a tiny filament that wraps around your ear, thus giving you literally just have to touch the filament around your ear and you can transmit. TT does go through it all. He gives you he copies over a data he gets a data wafer and uploads it to your data slate, giving you a how to use guide. It tells you that it will be removed in 48 hours.
Wait, what will be removed in 48 hours?
The document.
Oh, okay. I misheard that. That's okay. Okay. Probably not gonna put the new. I'll put the new microbead in for now.
As soon as I get it, I immediately put it in and I start trying to fiddle with it.
You'll find in there that all of the important people have been added. So you have Magnus's combead, should you need to contact him, and TT's. You have your party is already connected into it. And you have the leaders of the other two parties, which would be the Adeptus Arbite and the other Imperial Guard, the Ronin.
Okay. And I assume it's the same for them. Their whole squad's connected and they can contact our... What is it? Squad leader? Do we have a squad leader?
Your group doesn't.
I mean,
for their groups, it would probably be Darius.
Oh.
So if they wanted to contact your group, they'd probably contact Darius, because Magnus has had a lot to say about who is squad leaders, and he's kind of... Well, you might notice the group that has the Arbite leading them doesn't have a guardsman in their party. He might have us little biased.
Wait, I thought
Flame was in the party. Oh, okay. So these aren't actually... I see. So it's the portraits. These three are together. These three.
Yeah, it's two groups of four.
Oh.
And there's Mantorus's group, which isn't really functioning anymore. So you have...
There's only fucking two of them left.
Yeah.
It's to do with the... Wait, no, Flame was a former guardsman, though.
Is Flame a former guardsman? Let me just double check.
Yeah.
Flame. Oh yeah, no, Flame's an Imperial Guard. Oh no, I got that wrong. Oh, I think it was because I was going to have 3 groups. But I messed up the... because obviously Mantorus's group was already destroyed. Oh, it might be the Arbite might be the one, because so Flame is I think the Arbite's a noble. Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah. So that might be another bias that came out of Magnus. And the other group I don't think has a noble. So it went to a guardsman. He can't help it, okay? He's a noble and a guardsman. So he was like, who are going to be leading the teams? Well, it should clearly be noblemen and guardsmen, because we are the best.
Are you though?
We are. We are. So TT does his little demonstration and tells you that he can handle most of your mechanical needs, and then informs you that if you need him, he'll be in the engine bay of the gun cutter, and he takes off.
Right then.
He's so freaking cute. I want to hug him.
He would probably enjoy a hug. He's
got multiple arms. He can hug you like five times as much as someone else.
I put way too much. I put way too much. He has got so much backstory. It's kind of disgusting.
It'd be such a good boy to hug.
Oh god. All right. Okay then.
Sorry, he has 6 mechadendrites. Is it 6 or 7? And then he's got a load of tiny little arms in his chest as well.
So freaking cute.
Oh, that's right. Okay, sorry. So it's very weird as he's moving around. He actually hovers.
Fucking millipede.
He actually hovers. No. But you can see it. The way that his robes are set, it definitely looks as if he has legs, but he is currently has them crossed and is hovering.
What a cute dog. Also, Liliana does say he's so freaking cute as soon as he leaves.
All right. Okay then. I'll look to the rest of the group. So shall we introduce ourselves now into the board? Do we go talk to these?
I mean, I already say hi to all of them,
boss.
but we should. I already said hi to all of them, but we should all go say hi to them individually as a group too.
Individually as a group? I don't think that.
No. To each one of them as a group.
I know. I'm taking the mic. All right.
Also, which one of you wanted forbidden knowledge? I'm gonna look straight at Mordecai because I know.
I'm looking at Mordecai. I think I know why. Looking at the fucking Tyranids, as far as he knows at least.
Well, the things in the book, they didn't look like any Xeno I've ever seen.
Hold on the book? Are you telling me you asked for that only now and not before? Because it seemed like you were asking for this for a long time.
No one knows that. You metagaming shit.
So
That's what he implied.
I would go on Jim's defense here. You would all know that messages through the warp take a long ass fucking time.
Yeah.
And that the book was very recently, so I'll give him not metagaming for the time that's passed. It's a very short. It's only days since you took the book.
Yeah. Also, we were stuck at base for the past 3 days, so we don't have access or anyone to ask for access at base.
Oh. And the thing we found in the Underhive.
Yeah, the thing we learned about in the Underhive. Did we find it? Oh no, we did. We found a chaos spawn down there with a dead body of one.
Yeah, we found
Like,
a
wow,
definitely not
ages
chaos
ago.
spawn. Yeah.
Well, I don't know about all of you, but following our Inquisitor's advice, I will tell all of you that I want to know more about those demon things. So, probably go do research then, because that shit's really scary.
This weird thing in front of us does not, I can't search it right now.
Yeah, its technology is so weird, but also cool.
Also, is it just me or does it seem like the bars don't match? Like they're close together? Should I make a perception test for that?
Wait, I'm sorry, what was that?
Should I make a perception test to see how good the bars melt?
What,
Does
of the
it look
drone?
like quantities?
Of the
Yeah.
drone, there's no way for you to know because you're a guardsman.
So it just looks weird.
It looks like a horrible combination of Imperial and Xenos tech. But you don't know how well it's put together, or if it's comfortable in there, or if it works well. You're not a tech priest.
I'm just kind of imagining that.
Hold up. Comfortable? I don't think the servo skill cares, does he?
Just imagine the servo skull sitting in a little chair, pulling little levers, but it's a little manipulator hand.
Pretty much.
Just getting the pilot.
Well, he's
Dude,
actually
I
got
actually
he's
had-
actually got the control pad in there, and he's just hitting the control pad with his tiny servo arms, up, down, left, right, record, stop recording.
I'm not gonna Photoshop that into the picture that I sent because it's gonna look like the servo skill is holding a penis.
Oh God!
So
Jesus Christ.
you may do whatever you like at this time. The Inquisitor has gone back to his gun cutter for now. Liliana and Ulftane, just to let Jim knows where Liliana's gone. She's currently talking to the rogue trader captain, Von Roy. Sorry, Latilla. Sorry, Latilla is off, and Ulftane. The interrogator and the old man.
Matilda is the blonde sister of Bella.
Okay.
That one.
Which definitely does not have a weird ass book on her side.
All right. We should probably make sure to inform them about the whole shit with the golem, especially if Chris.
That will be in your reports.
reports.
That will be in your reports. You all get a message, your group, which I forgot to do, although I did imply it. You get a message from TT informing you that you should all have your reports handed in to the Inquisitor no later than tomorrow, so he can go over it.
All right. I kind of want to make myself known to the groups, like, you know, talk to them a little bit, but at the same time, Darius is a little bit. Doesn't know these people.
You
There
mentioned
are two guardsmen in each.
you mentioned by any chance that you feel like we should talk to them? Or do you do
Yeah,
any investigation?
yeah. That's kind of when I turned around to the group and went, all right,
I'm-
we should probably talk to these guys, but at the same time, I still don't know really.
I think by now I know that Darius is a bit socially awkward, at least at first. So I might just grab you by the arm and pull you and go say, "Let's go say hi." So this way.
Hang on a minute, which group you going to? Right, you're going to that group. Let me get the bloody character sheets out. Hang on a minute, let me get the character sheets out. So, we want the Adeptus Mechanicus. We want the Arbite.
Everybody, the scribe, and the guardsman. Guardswoman. With Sam Fisher. Samantha Fisher, there you go.
I'm missing someone, but who am I missing? The Arbite. Yeah, the Arbite. Okay, so as you all come over the Arbite is taking command of the situation. God damn it! Now I've got to come up with voices for them all. No.
Get over here.
Well, it's simply not good enough. We must be able to. Actually, I've already got 3 NPCs who sound like that.
You've got 3 Humperdinks. Stop with the Humperdink.
I need to stop the Humperdinck. But he's a noble. This is the problem. That's my go-to noble voice. And he's an Arbite as well.
Humperdinck with pinch-your nose.
Because he's an Arbite, I'll just go with my Arbite voice, which is my Arbite character. So look, it's just not good enough. If the Inquisitor thinks we're not working as a team, then we need to come together. And what is this information you were looking into? Well, you couldn't come up to us. I understand the metal man there. But you, Castellina? Well, I didn't want to burden you all with, our work. It was more of a passing curiosity, that's all.
I'll let it as we approach.
As soon as I approach,
an argument.
As soon as I approach, before you even say that, I'm gonna go like, "Hi."
Members of the Adeptus Mechanicus do not need to ask permission to seek knowledge. It is our life's work to gather knowledge and to hold it, protect it. Why should I need to inform you?
Because the Inquisitor said. Hello there. Welcome,
I'm Liliana.
acolytes.
Good to meet you. I'm gonna put my hand on Darius's back and push him forward just a little bit so he feels like, say something, Darius. Say hi.
I'm Darius.
Marius. Nice to meet you. No, that's his name. Marius.
Oh, yes. Sorry. Very rare I find someone with a similar name.
Marry us. It
No.
must be different. Actually, I think the Adeptus Mechanicus was meant to be a female, but never mind. Oh, no, sorry, that's the
one dude
Administratum.
in the squad.
I mean, she can be still a female. The thing is,
True.
she's Mechanicus, so...
The flame turns round and gives you a very militaristic, turn on her heel, at attention almost.
Yeah. I to
Flame.
show that I'm a guard, I'll come back up to attention as well.
Flame. Pleasure to meet you. Darius, was it?
Yeah.
And she spurts off that basically she's like, the name's Flame, or that's the name I was called. I've taken it on as official, though. A Flamer unit. And she tells you a regiment that you recognize, Darius.
What?
So I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to see where your backstory is to see what regiment it was.
There. Wait. It's.
So it's been such a long time since I looked through.
There is one in there.
Yeah, it was just for the main name of. Basically, she says your same homeworld. Like you're like, wait, that's not right. That's my homeworlds. What?
Yeah, I'm. Wait. You're from
Basically, what?
Darius is a little bit confused and stunned. And, yeah. I'll come to attention and sorry. I'm Darius Sliding. Phenosian Imperial Avengers. Phenosian Imperial Avengers. Sorry.
Lillian is actually gonna cock her head to the side and say,
A survivor?
Yeah.
The Inquisitor told me he was involved in what happened, but I didn't think he had taken more of us on. She actually hugs you. She actually takes you in an embrace, and you hear her whisper, was it Partheus, your homeworld? Phonos. She whispers into your ear, Phonos still stands. If we survive, if our memory lives on, we will not be defeated. We must have faith.
Darius is a little bit warmed at that, but at the same time he's a little heart drops a little bit, and
when she comes away, you can see there's a, and I'll give this to you, Darius, there's a slight madness in her eyes, a madness that you would have seen many times before on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she hasn't come away whole, you could say.
Crazy girlfriend look.
Yeah, Darius is ecstatic to actually find someone who is from his home.
Liliana, from what you would gather from what you're seeing, it's someone who seems to have a lot of faith in something. After coming away from the hug, she looks like someone who has a lot of faith in something, but almost a stretched out, a drawn out faith. Like again, you wouldn't have seen it necessarily. Like the look on a civilian's face that the war will end. You know, it will come to an end soon. That hope that, you know, those who know the truth of it know it's not coming to an end anytime soon.
Yeah. I was about to ask her a question, and then as I see that look in her eye, I'll bite my tongue a little bit. So, what was your team involvement? Here on this planet, or elsewhere?
No. We were sent out to investigate a cult, or what was rumored to be a cult. The Inquisitor was doing research, and we were on the ground. He said it was up to us to search out the Heresy, and well, we succeeded somewhat. Wasn't so much a cult as what he was talking about.
We lost Alpi.
It was a folk tale, I guess you'd call it. Something to bring on good harvests, good crops, prosperous times. But well, the world had moved on from those times, so things like sacrifices and blood, and well, they weren't looked kindly upon that particular world anymore. We did break up a few drug rings along the way, but yeah, it was a dead end for the most part. some of the drug rings seemed organised, a bit too organised for my liking, but, well, the Arbite said it was very unusual.
Oh. Alright. Okay, that's a rather different mission than what we given.
If I may, what was your mission?
It was a little bit more freeform. So,
I'm just gonna look at you. Wait to see if you come up with a good excuse to making money.
yeah, we. Darius is gonna stumble over his words a little bit, and it's just,
We were there to acquire funds.
yeah, we were acquiring funding for our Inquisitor.
Oh,
And we bought a gang along the way.
you have a gang?
No. We eliminated a gang along the way. We also have a gang.
Ah. You have a gang?
Somewhat.
It's a legitimate enterprise.
Right.
Just a smile, look at Darius.
I'm flustered. It's not really a gang. It's more of a group of
Like-minded individuals.
well,
You're not. You're not there, Mordecai.
Mordecai.
You're
Get over
too
here,
far
Mordecai.
away.
I did motion for you to come too. You're being rude.
I keep forgetting to move the thing. Sorry.
Also, I probably still look like not like my actual picture right now. I look like the one. But since I think this is the 4th or 5th day, I think my hair is already blonde again. But I still don't exactly look myself. But my hair is getting blonde.
It's not a gang, and it's not quite like-minded individuals. They're mercenaries. We have a little group of mercenaries that help out as we own our own little business. And
Yeah, and we also keep the peace.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Doesn't sound very inquisitorially, if you ask me.
yeah.
It doesn't sound like something the Inquisition should be doing, but I guess
Well,
even shadowy organizations need money.
Again, a little bit. I mean, we did. Yeah, we have been looking into the local government, the history of the world and everything, and you could say with this little drone thing that's been watching us, yeah, we may have helped out the Inquisitor a little bit. I don't know for certain, but
That thing doesn't seem normal. Like, it doesn't look right. It puts my my hairs on end.
Does it?
But then she gestures behind her towards the tech priest, but they all kind of do.
I mean, I'm gonna put a hand to cover my mouth from the side that the Mechanicus is and say, I mean, they all are a bit freaky, aren't they? But that shiny thing he's, piloting is kind of cute.
right.
She just shrugs.
And useful. I mean, did you notice it before the whatever invisible?
No.
Cloak, that's the word.
No, I had no idea it was here.
See? Imagine the applications it could have for the betterment of the Imperium.
I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of invisible things.
I trust in my Imperial Maid Flamer, thanks. I don't need Xenos stuff added to it.
I'm gonna raise an eyebrow. Look at Darius. Look back at the Heresy. Well, even then, wouldn't you agree it's good to know that that's actually possible?
I would prefer to know where its weak points are.
Hey, Albie.
Yeah.
No worries, dude.
So-
You didn't miss too much.
So we were talking about, sorry, can't remember right now. It's been a long day.
It was just background story stuff and just chatting to the
Oh yeah,
other
we were
teams.
talking, last thing I heard was about, we discovered the Yandere.
The Yandere?
Yeah, that is crazy event.
Wait, hold up.
The Yandere.
No! I'm pretty sure we haven't discovered a Yandere.
I mean, she looked pretty attached to you.
No. No.
I'm sorry.
God damn it. Oh. Alright.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna try and move the conversation in with the rest of the group as well. Like, so how about the rest of you? How have you been finding your mission so far? I feel a little bit more confident actually talking to someone who is from Monos too.
Darius, does this mean I shouldn't mention the thing?
Don't fucking do it.
It has been frustrating.
No.
I have not been able to acquire the knowledge that I need. The knowledge that I require. The knowledge for the Omnisire.
I'm gonna approach the Mechanicus. Tell me, my friend, what knowledge do you seek?
The knowledge of tech, of course. The knowledge that the Mechanicus... Correction. The knowledge the Adeptus Mechanicus holds rule over, of course.
Okay, puts my head to the side. Huh. I see. I'm gonna look back at Flame. Mechanicus people are weird and freak me out. Sorry.
She just gives you a knowing nod. Just like, yeah, yeah.
I'm just shaking my head like, God damn it, don't do that.
What rank of
I'm so
entrance here are you?
Oh no. No.
Wait.
I'm backing up.
After the garbage.
What did you say, Fleshbag?
Too tempting.
Oh no.
Fleshy one of weakness, what did you say?
Are you in engines here like our last tech priest?
Oh no!
Lillian is actually gonna start laughing. He's gonna back the
climbing
fuck
up
out. Looking at Jay like, I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
He's gonna run for the tech priest.
Just gonna back away. I don't. No, bad touch. Where's the character gone? Someone moved it. It just disappeared.
What did you say, Fleshy one?
don't think you're going to be able to slip past this guy.
Yes, what was that about me being an engine seer, Mordecai? Yes, Mordecai, I believe we had resolved this before.
Oh no. Okay, hang on. Alright,
Bless you,
Liliana.
You have gone rather silent now that you have insulted us.
I assumed you were all given the same kind of cover story.
So the flesh bag wants to go back on his comments?
Wait.
No, merely clarify. Where's the other Mordecai?
It's right there!
One went okay, they both got invisible for me now, and I can't touch them. I
Alright,
tried to put Mordecai back.
this
can't-
can be like Mordecai's there and then back again.
There is a
I don't know
there
if you
there
want
is a Mordecai there,
Yeah.
Waldo.
Yeah,
There's one right there, but I took
I'm
control
gonna
of him
refresh my roll 20.
He's just seen on the Twitch stream.
because you tried to move through him, and they're not letting you.
See, can I see it now? Hey, I can
Lily,
see myself now.
Does Fleshy One want to say something to the omniscience blessed tech priests?
I merely meant to clarify my statement.
The weakness of the flesh and the stupidity of the mind. I feel sorry for any Mechanicus, Adeptus Mechanicus personnel who would have to work with one such as you. Do not request
Mordecai?
any aid from me.
Mordecai, definitely do not mention the gerbil.
No, I'm actually looking at Liliana.
I'm just gonna put my hands up and say, I'm joking, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
You've
I
really
admit
put your foot in it this time, haven't you, Mordecai? Are you going to
Hey,
insult all
I
of
admit-
my brotherhood?
I admitted that the gerbil thing was just a rodent that had gotten inside the servitor.
Mordecai, if you do not change your ways, you will cut ties with my kin and the priesthood. You will rule the day that you do that. We will not assist you.
I just miss you, man.
I'm muttering under my breath. Don't you mention the time you pissed on the servitor.
I made
What's
it, I did not do
TT's
that.
reaction? I want
Mordecai,
to see TT's reaction.
Yep.
you are very quickly getting enemy Adeptus Mechanicus. Can you add it down? Enemy Adeptus Mechanicus. The Adeptus Mechanicus will take a -10. Sorry, you will take a -10 when dealing with the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Oh dear, no.
Oh my god.
Oh, why? Why do I do this to myself?
And this also deals with if you ever need to requisition anything from the Adeptus Mechanicus directly.
Oh no.
Oh, damn.
Well, goodbye, cybernetics.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm just gonna shake my head at Mordecai, disappointed. Turn around. Look at Costello and Marius.
I gotta help out this team, so I'll approach the tech priest and I will. Right. Please don't take the arrogance of the Psyker to heart or anything. One of our more
He is a
important-
mutant.
Oh, you're gonna make it
Sanctioned.
more.
Sanctioned?
Trust me, I'm not a fan of it either.
The
But
fleshy, weak mutant insults us and sends his comrade over to smooth things out.
I don't know
Only
such
the
thing.
weakness,
No.
only the weakness of mutated flesh would lead one to this. I accept you take responsibility as team captain. Question
Wait, what?
me.
I'm gonna turn around. Wait, Darius is the captain?
Liliana, what?
What?
You're in his data. You're in his comms as the leader of the group. And you have come over trying to smooth things over, so it's a logical calculation for him.
Oh, okay.
I didn't, and I'm not a mutant.
Mordecai, you can work on repairing your relationships with the Adeptus Mechanicus. Normally this would involve you doing something really good for them, like giving them information that they may want, or helping them with a problem that they have, or giving them stuff, normally, or crediting something to them that you've done yourself. But yeah.
I know what I can...
Go pay the shit out of Jenny.
I know what I can give them. That they might like.
No.
Oh no.
This is Liliana's fault. She gave you the lessons.
Wait! Hold on! Don't you fucking turn this on me!
What are you planning on giving them?
I did not.
Useless.
I repeat, I did not turn him into a goddamn lustful, horny twink.
Okay, that wasn't what I was implying, but okay. Glad you went that direction with it. God.
Oh no.
I think this group's dialogue options have ran out.
Yeah.
They move over and they're like, well, we're gonna go get something to eat and enjoy the Rogue Trader's ship, and maybe, you know, go and talk to the Inquisitor, or have a bath or something luxurious.
I didn't get to talk to Castella.
Right. As they move away, I'm moving.
The scribe did wave when you were all coming round. She did wave. You saw that she had blue, like still stained blue fingertips.
Stained blue?
Ink.
Oh, okay.
From the writing, because remember the Imperium uses the written word as much as they use the technological, typing. And in a lot of cases, if you send something written on a scroll, it cannot be changed. If you send something on a data slate, there is the possibility for warp corruption to occur. So that's why you'll sometimes get Inquisitors getting messages on scrolls rather than on data slates, because they cannot risk that information being corrupted by the warp in any way. So yeah, she appears to be a scribe who has dealt with high actually, you as player characters wouldn't know this, but for information, because her fingertips are stained blue, there's a chance she's dealt with high up information that does get passed on through the written word, or she's from a feudal world where they don't have access to cogitators and data slates, the savages. But you just don't know at the moment.
Okay.
You also said she had, long fingers. She was a bit, spindly. Did I get any impression that she's a bit like me? As
what, lesbian?
Voidborn?
No, Voidborn.
No, you didn't get any impression that she was a Voidborn. However, I'll give you that although he is incredibly short, he was incredibly thin. Perhaps TT was a Voidborn. Just perhaps.
Oh, that makes me even better now.
Alright. So, real quick, I'm moving over to Mordecai, put my hand on his shoulder, and for the love of the Emperor, and as a warning, I have multiple clips and multiple guns. Do not bring up anything about Phonos or Round Flame.
That's just what I was wanting to clarify without me talking to them.
Also,
It
Mordecai,
seems she has that look of someone who's not fully... Put it like this.
also,
Not Oliver's walked away.
not all of you walked away. What?
I'll be 1 minute.
Oliver has walked
I'm
away.
still listening. Keep talking. I'll be back in 1 minute.
No worries. Yeah, he's trying to pull a polite way of saying she's not all there in the head.
Gotcha. I'm gonna touch Darius' shoulder. I'm glad you're here with us, Darius. I'm gonna look now towards Mordecai. Also, Mordecai, I do it in a cute way to Jenny. I don't tend to do so to every Mechanicus member I meet. So it might be a good idea to, whenever you see a Red Road Mechanicus, to say, thank you for your work, the Messiah bless you, and stuff like that. And don't ever say that one of them is an engineer again, unless it's Jenny in a private location. Even then, Jenny might, substitute your genitalia for a neutron laser or something.
Very true. Very true. Would you like to embarrass yourselves in front of another group? Or put your foot right in it?
Yes. Yes.
I'm actually
what we ever do.
I'm gonna grab Darius' arm again and move this way.
I'm going to defend a nation of people. But it's okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, also, as soon as I reach them, I want to do a signature check.
Sure.
I didn't use scrutiny with other groups because you actually gave me information before I used the scrutiny.
Yeah, now that I'm away from Jonas, I'm going to try again.
No. You're still within. You're still within, actually.
Am I still within? Really? God damn it!
Well, it's 20 for you.
I really want to bet a game
not
and
for
just
you.
move slightly further away.
Not for you, Liliana. You're fine, but Mordecai's still in it.
Fine, just minus whatever from that. I love that I only ever get these doubles on like Synesian rolls at the moment.
I don't know why. Maybe I have to go on a pilgrimage, but my rolls have been so bad ever since I created Rebecca. Like, for real.
So as you come over, again, it seems to be the Imperial Guard trying to bring people together. Hang on. Yeah, okay, that's right. We must try to come together as a team. The Inquisitor wants us to serve the God Emperor how best we can. That means not letting our thoughts go to heresy. He looks at the oh, I forgot what he's called, the Ministorum dude. What information were you after, old man? What could you not tell us about? Or is it because some of us are so different from you?
She played the race card.
He did. He played the race card, but in a different way. Because his group is filled with oddities, except from Festus. Well, it's not like any of you are going to the chapel and praying to our almighty emperor. It's not like any of you take his word into battle at your throats. I have not heard one imperial hymn from any of you during our work. And I have lost an arm, gladly, for the God Emperor, who I serve with my heart, a light in fire, illuminating the heresy that lays within. Because we all know that innocence is an illusion, and heresy is just under the surface. Festus, you cannot accuse everyone of heresy just because you see it everywhere. Apologies. Greetings to you, fellow acolytes. May the God Emperor light your way, fellow acolytes. May you bask in his joyous word. Do you all have his good book to protect you in his great service. He holds out his dog-eared tome of the Electitio Divinatus.
I'm gonna make the sign of Aquila to the priest.
Oh, good child, good. He makes the sign of the Aquila back to you, dropping his tome, but it swings on a golden chain.
I'm gonna copy as well of do the Aquila.
And then I'll just say,
The unclean one. I heard what the metal man said. You are a mutant. Are you sanctioned at least? Vestas, stop it.
Of course, my lord. I've been gifted these powers by the God Emperor himself.
How dare you? How dare you imply that the God Emperor is a mere mutant like you?
I'm
Bow
gonna put
down
my
on the floor and give praise to the God Emperor's might in protecting your pathetic life, you mutant.
I'm gonna put my hand on Mordecai.
He starts waving his censer in the air and brings out his holy Aquila and starts brandishing it like a weapon.
I say, Diana,
Teridius,
Kyrie hasn't it easy.
he tries to like get in the middle and push them back and keeps telling Vestas, stop it! He is a member of the Inquisition like us all. He is a team member. Stop! He is a mutant and a heretic. How dare he bring himself to the God Emperor's might? You should be laid low, heathen.
Alright, I want to try and do this too. I'm standing between them, I'm trying to like back them away from each other and say, alright, listen, I don't care what it is, only I can poke fun at my twists, okay? So ease up and settle down for now, okay? Yes, we have some prayer books, okay? So settle down, please, for the love of the Emperor.
I go to the chapel to make penance for dealing with someone who would put themselves in the same light as the God Emperor. Think upon your words, heathen mutant. And Festus storms off.
As he walks away, just mutter under breath, being closer to the God Emperor than he ever will.
I'm just gonna wave him away and say, "May we all bask in his glory." I'm gonna look back.
Nuella, who is the one who was talking to herself, as he walks away, she's still holding onto her face, like her little finger tapping against her cheek. He smells of lies. He smells of lies and deceit. He preaches the truth, but he doesn't believe. He's broken inside.
I'm just gonna say, this is my thing, and just gonna look back and say, funny guy, isn't he?
Oh, by the Emperor, what is this? This is
Darius, I tried to be nice to that one.
I know you did.
I'm just gonna put my hand on your shoulder again. There, Mordecai. This time it wasn't your fault.
I'm sorry for causing that scene. Your names are?
Trinius tries to calm down Nuella, saying some pleasant words. He looks around at you and, I am Trinius, guard captain of the 47th. We don't exist anymore.
I'm gonna, instead of making Aquila, I'm gonna give him a boss. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm really honored.
I come to attention and introduce myself as Darius of the Imperial Nosy Rangers.
Apologies. I know I come across as savage. I am from a feudal world, and this is all quite new to me. We used Imperial guard tactics, joined the guards, and well, my world went to shit. But the
I give a
Inquisition
chuckle at
came. And
Wait, you chuckle at that? Dude.
Wow.
I mean,
Wow.
it's on as the Imperial Guard, that house it always goes to shit.
Yeah, no, Darius is the same. It's like, yeah, I know what that's like.
well, luckily, my world still stands. But what we saw, they say it corrupted us. So I think I was lucky.
Sorry to hear that. But I'm glad to
Those
have
two
met
are
you.
like me. They smell of multicolours. They taste of sweet smells.
I'm gonna.
And who is this person?
Can I do a
Nuella.
scrutiny? And then
Scrutiny
Maybe.
Fellowship.
scrutiny fellowship.
Yeah, I want to do that too.
And then maybe a.
Hey,
Do I want to do a warp? No, warp perception wouldn't let me actually see if she's a psycho. Fuck's sake.
I mean, she literally just said she's
They're
like.
me.
5
Yeah.
successes.
Is. I think. Forgive me,
Ezio,
is-
she seems to be telling the truth. They smell of colours and taste of sounds or some nonsense. She believes it.
Is she okay? Is she?
She is psycho, but it has affected her mind. When she is under duress, she is sharp, but at ease, the warp plays with her mind.
I'm just gonna extend my hand to her and say, "Pleasure to meet you, Nutella. I'm Liliana, and I am indeed like you."
That one's burned like a fire. Beacon in the warp. Shown them all here.
Is she pointing at Mordecai?
Yes.
Why am I burning at the warp?
I'm
Oh, yeah,
gonna-
no, I exploded. There was that time I exploded.
I'm gonna look at Mordecai and say, "Well, Nutella, that actually has already passed. It's probably just a vestige of what happened.
It was an
Unless you see,
experience.
are you seeing something now, Nutella? Or I'm gonna look at Mordecai like, oh, he looks normal. He hasn't exploded in a couple of months."
Yeah, that
The blank-eyed man stares into the eye.
Pleasure meeting you, Nutella.
I'm
gonna-
Hopes and dreams come
Mordecai.
crashing down.
Oh no.
I want to go to my room.
I'm
Let
gonna-
me go to my room. The warp.
I'm gonna look over.
Noella,
Iris'
I take you. I am sorry, my companion. She needs to go, and I do not trust her to roam the ship's halls on her own. I look forward
yeah.
to meeting you all again. As he makes his way past you all, he tells you to watch out for him. He's weird, apparently.
what Daryl?
I'm just gonna wave
Daryl.
him goodbye. Say, "It was a pleasure meeting you. I hope we'll meet again." I'm gonna look back at Daryl.
Yeah.
Hi.
He goes onto his haunches, like he squats down, almost
wow.
into like if you think of how someone would take a rugby stance or an American football stance. Like he's hunched down, on bending his knees, putting himself back.
I'm gonna do the exact same thing back at him if he's pointing towards me, and I'm gonna be smiling the entire time.
Darius, is this a guard thing?
No.
We're doing a shit.
No.
Okay.
Does it remind us of Mordecai?
He launches himself at you, Liliana. He's going to use a fortune point to re-roll that. So he launches himself at you, Liliana, spinning in mid-air You can attempt to dodge if you want, but it looks like he's going over you.
Can I attempt to jump in and intercept him?
You can. Acrobatics.
Oh, this is gonna be so bad. Oh, so close! If I just only had acrobatics.
As you jump forwards, as he's spinning around, as his stomach faces the ground, you realise I've jumped too low. Fuck, damn it! He pushes off of your back. So as you've come... Ooh, why have you done that? As you get to about there, he pushes off of your back, bounces to the side, and lands on top of the beam up here on a higher platform. On the guardrail. And he is now standing on the middle of it.
Okay. I'm just going, wow. That was actually pretty sick.
You go flying forwards a bit more before hitting the ground. Again, he goes down on his haunches, looks at you, and kind of tilts his head to one side.
I'm going to tilt my head too. The exact same. Well, if he's tilting to the right, I'm going to be tilting to my right. I'm mirroring him.
Can I reach up and try and poke him?
You can attempt to.
Can you do anything? I'm bringing out the kosh.
Excuse me,
I'm
sir.
joking.
He uses acrobatics to spin around and come to the other side of you.
Can I use foreboding to attempt to still touch him? That's the.
I don't think you can, because you've technically tried to attack him, and he's used acrobatics as a dodge maneuver to get out of the way.
Fucker. I'm trying to do
real
a
quick.
the additive without acrobatics.
He is dressed. His armor and his equipment all looks very low tech and primitive. The only thing advanced really about him is the fact that he has this mask. Oops, sorry, I just whacked my mic. He has this mask on that seems to react to light. So right now it's cloudy, it's covered. You can't see his face.
I just one tiny minor question. Is that an 8-pointed star on his shoulder?
No. No.
Yes, don't worry about it, sir. Ceres has one too at the bottom of her cloak, but don't worry about it. It's just for art.
That's right. I'm just gonna cock my head to the side and say, "He looks cool, doesn't he, Darius?"
I'm confused. Is he a twist or what?
Does a lot of twisting.
No twist. No twist. Not mutant.
Oh, you're from.
An artiste, a special man, specialist.
Are you from Tyres's planet?
No, not same world. Not same place.
Oh.
I'm from elsewhere in galaxy.
I'll swear. Kiji.
Kaji.
Do you have wares if we have coin?
He looks at you, cocks his head. You insult many people. I don't know why I went to that. Your mouth too big.
I love how you
You
picked. I love how
need
you
to-
picked on my comment and not theirs.
You need to silence self. Take in what people see.
Everyone.
Here's Mordecai. Check yourself before you deck yourself.
I'm the character. It's a ninja with bat soup.
Exactly what I'm thinking. But I can't say that because Leon doesn't know what a ninja is.
Or bat soup.
Exactly.
Oh boy. Okay. I'll give him a nod and. Alright. Well, we had no intention of insulting or anything else. We just wanted to, introduce ourselves and.
I'm gonna wave.
There's nothing wrong with a suspicious mind. On my world, a touch can curse. A touch can kill. So I not like to be touched.
Oh.
Sorry.
He stands up on the thing, on the bar, and he gives you a bow, which is... He does basically a half Aquila, bows, like, properly, like, more, not in the Asian way, but more in the... I'm thinking of like Three Musketeers period, where he's bowing but he's flicking his other hand up in the air at the same time. There's a lot of flourish there. There's a lot of show,
Okay.
which kind of goes off his weird, like, it's the most showy thing that he's like done that hasn't been an active thing. He's just stood up on the bar, done this half Aquila on his chest, this flurry ass thing with his hand as he's bowed, and introduces himself.
He has a lot
There
of
he
flair
is.
and shit.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
I cock my head to the side. I'm gonna give him a bow, kind of in the same way. I say, Mariana. I'm gonna just cock my head to the side for there. I kind of like him.
I like him too. He's
I
got style.
figured you would. Alright,
Sorry
Um,
about the touching thing.
You need to work harder, or you will not have any friends. Not that I do, but you seem to care more about it than I.
Don't have friends anyway.
He monkeys
That's
his
a lie,
way
Mordecai. I still
along.
love you.
He monkeys his way along the bars. So in this area, there's like, if you imagine a 40k cargo area, there's like gas pipes that run along the top of the walls, a little bit like in alien movies and all those sci-fi. It's a well-established trope. He walks along like acrobatically along, jumps on, grabs hold of the pipes and just starts shimmying his way along very oddly, and leaves.
I'm just gonna wait. Where's your meeting, you know? I like him. He's fucking weird, but I like him.
After alienating most of the people, Mordecai, how do you feel?
I tried to be nice to like at least half of them.
By half, you mean the mechanic is the shit on, the other half is the priest who shat on you.
Yeah, I wasn't free.
alright. Yeah, just don't worry about it too much.
That priest was going to like you, and then you said that one thing that was just like, heresy!
So he wasn't gonna like me. I'm a psyker.
I mean, I was going to be all pre.
No, you're sanctioned. He would have, but you compared yourself to the God Emperor.
No, I didn't.
Heresy!
I said
He's a psyker like me. Heresy!
I don't think he said that though.
I didn't
No,
say
he
that.
Did not say that
It
though.
was that he got his gift from the Emperor.
Yeah, I said it was a gift from the Emperor. I didn't say that the Emperor did that.
It sounded like the priest was an old man, so he probably misheard it.
Yeah.
He is an old man. He is an old
The
man.
priest is,
Also, it
is
sounds
an
like
old
he was a
man.
crazy fool, so don't take it to heart.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
so all the
mechanic-
characters, you have seen all have a backstory. They all have something about them that's made them that way. So he does have a reason for being heresy. Had seen heresy everywhere. But that's for future adventure hooks and future things to find out. Or maybe he'll turn heretical and I have an NPC to use against you all. Who knows? But for now, this area has cleared out. How's everyone doing for time?
I'm good.
I have an hour left. More.
Good. So, you all get informed that your suite is available for you. Every group, every team has been given a suite by the rogue trader captain, so you can relax in.
Wait, is our suite just the one we were in last time?
Yes.
Okay.
However, Darius,
Mhm.
after about half an hour, you've travelled, got to your suite, put your stuff away. You get a call on your comms from the Inquisitor.
Alright.
Darius, this is Magnus. When you have got yourself settled, would you like to come and have a word with me? I think there's some things I should go over with you.
Of course, sir. Wait. Just me or the team?
Just you.
Very well. I'll be there. I can actually head there now. So. Yeah, I'll excuse myself from the group and begin make my way there. I didn't bring much with me, so I don't really have much to settle in.
Okay.
This is the rogue trader ship, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna go to the stasis vault.
Yeah, this is the
Oh no, the kid's going to Ultramar.
Oh shit.
Wait, is the kid gone to Ultramar already, or?
No.
Yeah.
It's on the ship, and the ship is going to Ultramar.
Just a tiny, teensy bit of a question. How long is it until the eye of the warp goes like boom?
Like
15 years,
11 years?
roughly.
Then it's
11, 15
fine.
years around there.
We're not gonna die. It's fine.
I'm quite disappointed that I have seemingly left out a name off my list, which has actually upset me quite a bit because she's an important character. So I will have to. Jim, can you remember Ulftane's? Sorry, not Ulftane. Yinka's sister.
Oh,
Yinka's sister.
Lucy? No,
Was
not
it Lucy?
I think I have it in my notes from the tail. Like, give me a second.
I had it written down somewhere, but I can't for the life of me find it right now. But yeah, if you can PM it, message it me.
Yep.
It may be
I'll
assistance.
just see if I can find it.
I know her surname's Kroon. I know that much.
Yeah. Hold up. I have to look on my notes from Latilla, which should make it. Give me a sec.
Yep, no worries. Just message it me. So Darius, as you make your way to the hangar bay where you docked your gun cutter, you see the matte black gun cutter of your Inquisitor. You make your way over there, and there is a youngish. No, actually, she is quite young still. There's a young girl. There's a young woman there. She's probably around 26 by now. She has short cropped hair on the sides and top. She's let her fringe grow long so she can bring it down to one side, just covering the top of her left eye. And whilst the back of her hair she's let grow out and is kind of spiked out a little bit. She's quite pretty. Currently she's smoking a low stick, and she has what seems to be intricate inlaid metal into her hands.
Okay.
As she sees you approach, she finishes off her low stick and directs you inside. The Inquisitor's in his room. You'll see it in there. Same layout as yours, I think.
I give her a nod and carry on it.
So,
I will lock the door, stand outside until called in.
come in, Darius. You open the door, and there is this black desk. It's sort of so there's this office desk. It's of a black hardwood that has this silvery color in the rings of it. There's a number of different dispensers around, and what almost looks like a small bar, like maybe a quarter of a bar. There's a few bottles with bar optics on. There's a number of books and on a complete bookshelf on one wall. There is a what appears to be a large shield of some type. Looks more advanced than just a normal feudal shield, but I'm trying to think. No, I don't think you saw it. But yeah, it has the stylized eye of the Inquisition upon it, and there hangs a really quite amazing looking, like master-crafted power sword that also hangs on the wall. As you come in, you can see the Inquisitor has a number of data slates piled up. He has a Cognite unit on his desk, and his servitor is on a charging point behind him. Darius, thank you for coming so quickly. Would you like to take a seat?
Sure, and I'll ease up a little bit and pull in a seat and you can see, sit down. Still a little bit nervous, but
Felicia, I would like a Amasek and ice. The Servo Skull's eyes light up. It flies up, picks up a glass, uses all of its thrusters to push the optics thing in. It fills with Amasek, and then it goes and does the same on an ice machine, struggling to carry the full glass over. Once it places the glass down on the desk, again you hear it say in a robotic voice,
Heretic. Heretic.
Felicia, silence yourself. Darius, do you want a drink?
It'd be impolite not to, so nod and I'll ask for the same. Why not? If that was all right.
Felicia, again for our guest, and I'll take a cigar. Again, a few heretic words, a few heretics come out, but she delivers the drink to you. Doesn't say heretic to you, but as the cigar comes to Magnus, heretics springs out again. She lights the cigar for him and goes back on her charging port.
I just have one tiny question. Just so I'm remembering this correctly, Felicia was he who should not be named character, right?
The tech priest that swore her service to me in life and death to act as my aide, to look after my armor, and then betrayed me. Yes, betrayed me. Yes. Stabbed at the heart of Magnus, not once but twice. So in death she can serve as his butler.
That's fitting in for her. I'd say. I don't think Matilda likes her though.
It was just Magnus being petty, because he is a noble and he is kind of petty at times, although he tries to rise above it as an Inquisitor. Sometimes, he's got to give in. Darius, this is regarding your homeworld.
Yes, sir.
I was on the Inquisitorial Conclave that decided the fate of your world. I will tell you now, I was against Exterminatus. I believed that we should continue to fight, but the other two Inquisitors did not see it that way. However, that is one of the reasons why I tried to save as many of your fellow guardsmen as possible. And I have asked those Inquisitors who are allies with me to take on as many of your kin as they could. You fought your heart and souls out for the Emperor, and it is wrong that you should be cast away like your world has been. I have information on most of those who survived, as it was when your world, well, if you need to know anything, I can assist you in that. But I also believe it is important for you to know that Sergeant Kroon, my pilot, she was the one who came and picked your asses up, as it were. That last run, I was ordered not to allow any more shuttles down. Well, sometimes acolytes do not do as they are ordered to do. And sometimes Inquisitors can give double-sided orders.
Well, I'm very grateful for that pickup, and I will have to thank her personally. It's a hell of a drop.
It was a hell of a fight. I saw the reports, and as I said, I was against the whole idea. But what's done is done. But as you may have noticed, I have taken on another guardswoman from your world. Flame, I believe her name is. She is less stable than I would have liked. That is why I have placed... She is not in command of her squad. However, I believe she will be a vital asset, and I have told her as much as I could in her current mental state. I believe she thinks that your world still lives.
Yes. She, when I met and introduced myself, she mentioned that she gave a little, how do you say it, idiom or something. Fonos still stands as long as we do.
She is mentally safe, but watch what stories you go talking about.
Yeah.
I have tested her and her mind. She has built a mental block over the destruction But other than that, she is fine. A coping mechanism, I believe. And, well, as Latilla believes. I'm no Medicaid. I'm hoping in time it will pass, though. But just be wary of her.
I will. Thank you. Sir. Lord.
And I have asked this of all captains. Or squad leaders, however you want to see your role.
Yes, that I will be honest, that took me by surprise.
Darius, the role can change. If once I have seen your team in the field myself, if I think your position would be better placed somewhere else, I can and will change it. However, for now, it is my bias. I prefer to put my dealings with guardsmen when I can, nobles when I have to, and the Ministorum if I must. Now, the harder part of this. If any one of your party begins to show any signs of heresy, shall we say in blatant terms, if they are doing things behind your back from this day forwards, they are hiding information or acting against the group's best wishes, you are to report it to me.
Yes. I will be keeping an eye out. I believe you have seen most of our engagements with each other already through the Servo Skull.
I have not reviewed the data yet. The device, as far as I have it, it can send information through the warp to a set location. Not that far, the distance isn't extreme, but that device can record it. Or it can send information to a ship, and that ship can record it and transfer it. I have not had a chance to go through. Unfortunately, the other group with what's his name now? Taurus? Anyway. Tyrus, yeah. They went through a little bit more difficulties than most. I've had to fill out a lot more paperwork regarding covering things up, but unfortunately not all psychers are as stable as one would like. It seems there's she's a little bit kookier than most, and what she splurts out when she is at ease has caused a few issues.
Yeah, we did engage with the group and talked to them a little bit. She did seem a little off. Perhaps it might be her own little coping mechanism for something.
I must confess, I was not born with the gifts that I have now. I can understand why she would have such a coping mechanism.
Darius looks a little bit confused.
Darius, not all psychers are, their gifts do not come apparent at birth. Mine did not become apparent until I was put onto a heretical device. It's a very long story, and one of the reasons why I too have suffered a conclave of Inquisitors. But you need not fear. I have passed all tests. I have been proven pure, much like the rest of my Inquisitorial party.
Well done. Sir, for the sake of being transparent, when you mentioned the fact you have not reviewed the footage yet, as you've already given the duty of pointing this out, I will make a note that one of the group has made an action behind the group's back. However, we did sort it, and we have talked about it extensively. You may see that in the footage. He means well, despite what my prejudices may be. Oh, he bites his tongue a little bit at that moment. Regardless, we our time on the planet was not as simple as it may have seemed at first. I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch his name. The older fellow who was with you?
Oaftane.
Oaftane. I understand he is king of the planet. Or
He was what?
Staying. Yeah, he's staying to look over the planet.
Yes, that's correct. Not for any malicious reasons of investigation. I haven't heard anything from him. He has said there is tension between the planetary governess and the Lord Commander. That's to be expected, unfortunately.
Yes, that seems a little blatant at times. Well, I'll give you the note ahead of time then. Comes. And it's only reinforced now of the little bit of teaching you gave us there in the bay. We discovered that the Scolum on world, the Scolum Terrenium, has some form of heretical book in their church, or their little cloister. We're not sure if it's for everyone or for just the staff or anything else, but it appears to what I first thought was Xenos and is now perhaps demonic entities transcribed inside. Images of blurry Xenos, blurry demons.
The Inquisitor takes up a more curious stance. Like, he sits up in his chair, elbows on the arms of his chair, like hands put together and his head close, just taking in every word. And Darius, if you require more higher levels of authority to get information, you'll have it. I was not expecting you to uncover something like this. Unfortunately, for now, we have a mission that we must accomplish first. But I will do everything in my power to look into this. This book, did you get any evidence of it?
We have some recording of it, a vid recording, and said member of the group has some pages from it.
Well, excellent. If you hand it over in your with all of your findings and reports, I can go through it. You were not members of the Inquisition formally when you carried out your investigations. None of you were. So I must validate everything that you have seen and found.
Of course. Sorry, it's I primarily bring it to your attention because of what happened 15, 14 years ago. Something happened on the planet quite some time ago. Something like this coming up is a little concerning.
The inquisitorial work that went on World. I was aware of it. One of the reasons why I chose this world for your team and Mentorus's team was for that fact. I thought you might uncover something that had leached its way down to the lower hives in order to survive. I did expect you would uncover actual and at a Skolum. Once you provide all the information, I will go over it. There are other things that are worrying about this world, or that came to my my savant's attention. She is currently on the planet Ultramar, in the Inquisitorial Chroniclariums, where she's best kept, in all honesty. Her and her damn power, that is. So she had found a few links. There's an awful lot of coincidences happening on Agrafria, I believe it was, that revolve around the number 7. It is curious and upsetting, to be honest, but no true evidence could be found of any malicious intent, except from the few purges that have gone on and the mishaps and the accidents.
Yes, there's been more than a few accidents, even outside of the Inquisitorial intervention earlier on the world. With a lot of them, I will be honest, I believe a lot of them are tied to the school. People die, their children get inducted into the school.
So we'll look into it.
Yeah, very well.
You'll have some time. Traveling through the warp is a fast yet slow process, I find. We'll have plenty of time to investigate further with Inquisitorial access if you need it. Thank you for bringing it to me. Hopefully by the time we return, I'll be ready to make a judgment on what you've found.
Thank you, sir.
I also wanted to bring up the thing that Mentorus brought aboard the ship and has been experimenting on. Now she tells me that your group found it.
Which thing? Sorry?
Is this a vampire thing?
And as the camera fades out, that is where we will end our episode. As Darius, Magnus describes the thing that regenerates and that she's been working on to Darius to refresh his memory.
Oh no.
The thing I saved you from.
Damn.
So, next week, guys, write down today in your character sheets what you want to talk to the Inquisitor about. Darius, you can also do this for when time has passed a little bit. We'll keep this
into sheet.
wherever you want. It's only going to be there for until next week. If you want to talk to the Inquisitor about anything, if you want to bring up knowledge, for example, he's going to want to know why you're getting that knowledge, why you want to acquire it. If there's anything about your backstories you want to bring up, there's anything about future missions that he can tell you about, mark it down. Also, this is where you're buying your NPCs. So that's why I ended a little bit early. Now we will cut the episode here, and next week we may bring in which NPCs have been brought along. Will Tiffany come along on a space adventure? Will Amy leave the Underhive? Will Dodgy Dave go into space with his dodgy weapon emporium in tow? We will find out next week. So thank you all so much for watching. I certainly hope this has entertained you during quarantine. Take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
God damn it! No! Shit! My signboard!